Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just recording a little bit of what I'm currently working on. So I have this 1989 Honda Civic Si that I picked up. It was pretty cheap considering what the car is. I've done a lot of work to it because, it's an 89. It's a 34-year-old car. When I picked it up, it needed quite a few things, some interior pieces, little random things here and there. When I picked it up, the gentleman that I bought it from had no idea what kind of, what submodel it was. And I couldn't tell from the advertisement either. The main clue that I had that I could possibly be an SI was the sunroof. But apart from that, I couldn't really see much from the pictures because these older gentlemen that post these cars, these older folks, they don't really post many pictures off of it. They just post blah 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 Civic, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, and then I went and I checked it out. It was in the middle of the night. And I took a chance because the motor was the right motor. Well, actually, once I looked at the VIN number, I automatically knew it was a Civic Si. But she was pretty rough, actually. And she still is. I feel like the camera doesn't really pick up how rough the paint really is. I did buff out the red because it was already looking pretty pink. If you guys know how Honda paint, the red tends to turn pink. So I buffed it out. I painted the moldings with I forget what brand it is, but it matches really good what the Honda trim color is supposed to be. I mean, we repainted the wipers, put new wipers on there, repainted the moldings, buffed out the paint, put these Fat Fives on it because it had some 14s with caps on it, which I usually don't mind, but the tires were pretty shot. And we just happened to have these Fat Fives with brand new tires on it. It also had these janky ass seat covers to where that's one of the reasons too why I couldn't tell is because it had some seat covers. And I couldn't really see the seats. He just posted 2 pictures on there, and that wasn't like at all. It just was really hard to tell what it was. But yeah, we went ahead and removed those, cleaned up the interior as much as we possibly could, added some pieces that were missing because I tend to have a few bins full of just random parts for EFs and DAs, and I just happen to have everything. Overall, the seats are pretty good condition except for the drivers, which is the normal bolster seat. The bolsters from the seats are ripped on this side. The passenger seat is mint. There's literally nothing wrong with it apart from maybe a couple stains that I am going to try and clean out. That's pretty much, well, yeah. Apart from some deep cleaning, I did do brand new, what was it, spark plugs. I had some used NGK spark plug wires that I put on there, which were way better than what was on there. Those were pretty shot, to be honest with you. Valve cover seal, spark plug tube seals, the lower and the uppers. Timing belt, water pump. Not even sure what else. Under the hood, it's completely stock. Yeah, it's pretty stock. Brand new filters, oil filter, of course. Why would you not? It does have a brand new radiator. I'm going to do this upper coolant hose. I'm not sure why they didn't do that when they replaced the radiator, because it's pretty shot. Apart from that, I just did a little bit of dressing the what is it, resto tuner, those 10 millimeter bolts that you see, because everything on there was pretty shot. I did I did lower it. I had a, what is it called, max speeding rods suspension from my DX that I have parked outside, because I'm going to be getting a better suspension for that one. I want to get something better. And then I'm not sure if I'm gonna flip this car or if I'm gonna keep it quite yet. It's so much fun to drive. It's completely different than my DX, of course. The DX is just a cruiser, so it's an automatic. I don't think I'm ever going to convert that to a manual. It's just a cruiser. I don't care about going fast, although driving a manual is much more fun. I might just end up keeping this one because I do miss my, I had an 88 CRX SI that I recently sold. Unfortunately, we had a, family member pass away, and we're Mexican, so if any of you that are Mexican know how old school people are, they do not believe in life insurance. So at least as many as I know, literally had maybe 5 relatives pass away within the last year, and unfortunately that's literally how it is. For whatever reason, they don't believe in life insurance. They believe it's a waste of money, and until but yeah, I mean, once they pass away, then that kind of leaves everybody else, struggling to come up with the money because it's not cheap. But anyways, so I had to sell that car. I got an actual good amount of money for it because it was a 88 CRX SI that I basically restored from the ground up. I did not do paint, but I literally did everything else. That thing was mint. It hurt to sell it, but unfortunately it called for. Luckily, I ended up picking up this car. And it's not the same car, but it feels almost the same. In my opinion, the CRX is just much more sportier. The looks are... It just looks better. Anyways, another thing that I did back here was... I picked up these 3D printed, I forget what they're called, the little pods for the speakers. So it had these stock things right here. I can't for the life of me think of what they are right now. But anyways, I ended up installing those. I repainted the speaker grills. I don't know if you could tell, they look pretty clean. So yeah, overall it looks pretty good. I like listening to music. It doesn't have to be super loud, but I definitely have to have music. So I did that. And here's just some of the stock stuff that I ended up switching out because it was either broken or bad. And I just like to leave it in here in case I sell the car. I like for that kind of stuff to go with the owners. So, I mean, I don't know, whatever. For this, I installed a, what is it? A JDI push to start, the setup for the push to start with the little blue keys that you swipe and then you can start the car. I have that on all my other cars. And I just happened to have the extra one because when I sold the CRX, I went ahead and removed that from there. I feel like people are a little iffy about that kind of stuff because they like to have, well, at least, I mean, most people just like to have the stock, as stock as possible. And I felt like people were just kind of iffy about buying the car with that. I don't know why. But in my opinion, it helps with the security. It's not gonna make it impossible for somebody to steal your car, but it is gonna make it for them a little harder, and it'll take more time. I also, so yeah, like I said, it does have the JDI push to start. It also has a JDI what is it? The kill switch. Just a little extra step in case they try to steal the car. They do steal them around here, and you'll never see your car again. Or if you do see it, it's just gonna be a bare ass shell. You're not gonna get in your car back. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I do love the car. It drives amazing for a freaking 34-year-old car. It's not perfect. It has dents. I buffed the paint, but again, that's not perfect. It looks good from like 20 feet away, I guess if you would say. I just don't drive it much because it is hot as balls outside right now. It is in the middle of the summer. And this thing has no AC and no power steering from the factory. I don't mind the power steering. I could care less about that, but yeah, like just I'm gonna be sweating it if I do drive it. I try to drive it really early in the mornings or in the evenings once it starts to cool down. But yeah, like it's not something that I would daily, at least right now, because of the heat. I try to be as careful as I possibly can with this because I do plan on, I'm trying to find the skin, just the skin, so that I could replace just the skin if possible. So I'm trying to keep as much meat on here as possible. So I'm super careful about that when I do get in and out of the car. Because I feel like once you lose that meat on there, it's really hard to recover the seat. I mean, you can always add a little bit more cushion, but I feel like it's never really the same. Or you have to be really good at it, which I'm not, to get that shape back on there. So when I get in and out of the car, I'll set the seat back as much as I can, and I'll lean it backwards so that I don't rub against this and mess it up even more. It does have a new clutch, so I mean it runs great. It doesn't overheat, nothing. It passed smog. But yeah, I mean, that's, apart from that, that's pretty much it. Nothing to it. If I get a good offer on it, maybe I'll let it go. I still have my little DX outside, all neglected. It needs a good wash. But yeah, that's it. Yeah, if you guys have any pointers, I mean, there's still little pieces here and there that I would like to find for it. It is missing the front lip that the SIs usually come with, and I definitely feel like it would look great with some rear mud guards on it as well. I do have those on the DX, but I'm not trying to take them off and put them on here. The DX is definitely a forever car for me. Mainly because one of my kids wants to keep that one. That's his favorite car. He wants to keep it. And then, so yeah, for sure that's a forever car. But yeah, I mean, that's it. There's nothing really impressive about it. It's not fast. I wouldn't consider it a clean car. I'd maybe give it a 5 out of 10. With the DX being maybe like an 8 out of 10. The DX is just much cleaner. The paint is better. The interior is mint. But yeah, I mean, I'm not completely stuck on it, but like I said, if I get a good offer on it, then maybe I'll let it go. But I did try to post it for sale before I registered, before I smogged it and registered. I tried to post it for sale, and I got hella lowball offers. And if I'm going to let it go for that kind of offer, then I think I'd much better keep it and drive it around for a while until either I get what I want for it or I just end up keeping it all together. I have been wanting to do a K swap, and I do have a K24 out of a Honda Element. So, I mean, I'm considering it. At that point, if I do end up doing the K swap, then that for sure I'd be keeping the car. I'd be doing paint, and I mean, I'd be just, yeah, it would make no sense to sell it at that point because people don't give you good money for what you put into your car. I mean, we all know that. So, but yeah, for now, it's just a basic old 1989 Civic Si. A little bit lowered on some Fat Fives. And that's all it really has going for it. It has a lot of miles, 245,000 miles, I believe. The previous owner did say that they swapped the newer motor into this. I wouldn't say newer, but supposedly out of another SI, which just lower mileage. And the car does drive really great considering the miles on it. But again, these cars go forever. I mean, like I've had another DX with 300 and something miles, and that thing ran great past Mog. No issues. So, I think at this point, this is like my 30th Civic EF, if we're counting CRXs. That includes hatchbacks, sedans, wagons, and CRXs, like I said. But yeah, guys, I don't know. That's pretty much it. There's nothing to it. I really don't have anything else to show for it. There's nothing else going for it apart from being an SI, I guess, if you will. If I have a picture of the CRX that I sold, I'll go ahead and post it up there and see. I mean, I miss that thing every day, but family comes first. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. If you have anything, any suggestions, maybe a seat skin for that driver's seat, Or, I mean, I'd even consider a whole ass seat. I know that's going to be more expensive, but I mean, it's going to be dope. I would love to get that interior looking mint. Even if I don't keep the car, I'll always like to get him back to stock as much as possible, minus the suspension, of course, because, I mean, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm not good at this whole YouTube thing. I don't edit. I shoot the videos off of my phone. I'm not good talking behind the camera. And that's probably going to be, yeah, like I don't plan on investing on editing or cameras. I mean, you know, it is what it is. Just some old guy with the cars. I'm good at cars. I'm not good at cameras or editing or shooting videos and whatnot. But yeah, guys. Yeah, thanks for watching.